This one, where is this? William Thornhill. This is the full name, which Sir William Thornhill. This is the full name of the Mr. Thornhill. You can read it your own.
सर वो तो मिस्टर आर्नोल्ड के पास गए थे ना.
You can read it your own. We will discuss it. This is the don't message in WhatsApp group. Whatever you want, you should write here in the chat box. So it's all about the story. The basic things here we should concentrate. What kinds of story? The story is related to the ordinary persons, not only for higher class, not only for higher class. And the story again, the characters of the story gains sympathy for their politeness. See, Dr. Primrose is a very polite person. You will understand each and every point after go through the text. Okay. Hopefully you have read the summary. We should skip it now. Those who has not completed, you can read at the top of the screen the remain summary. So okay, we go for the title. Title represents something. Its title of the novel is very important. Okay, the title represents the story of some character, Vicar of Wakefield. Vicar's story. What kinds of character? Now we will understand why this is a sentimental comedy. Sentiments are connected with a very simple person. The very simple person is the vicar. Who is the vicar? Vicar is the head of the family, Dr. Primrose. Dr. Primrose, this one. This is the Dr. Primrose. This is the head of the family, and all of the sentiments move towards this character. What is the important points with this character? See, the hero of the piece unites in himself the three greatest characters upon the earth. ये characters हैं, इसके अंदर ये एक ही character है जो क्या करता है, play different parts. As a priest, he is playing a part as a priest of the church, as gentleman and nobleman, and dedicated to the society, and very benevolent person. And other one character as a husband, his concerns for her wife, his wife, sorry, and as a father, his concerns for his two daughters, Sophia and Olivia. It's for his son, George, and other three characters. These are the points how he is downtrodden, how he is bankrupted, what kinds of sentiments for his wife and for his daughters, for his son. These are the representation that create sympathy for the vicar, his downtrodden, his downfall in the society. Once a rich man comes a downfall, becomes a very poor, and have to compel stay in countryside. Okay, this is all about the title. You can read here what kinds of mistake. He is benevolent person, so he doesn't rebel against crime against his victimization. Just he observe and go for his destiny. His activities create humor, but somehow it creates sympathy from the reader, from the audience. Read this line. He is a very witty person. I already told you as a price. In the beginning, I discussed he is a doctor. That means he is a very witty person. As a church, Christ, he is a very religious person. This is the significance of the title. Okay, if you go through the story and title, then we should concentrate what kinds of the structure of the text. What is the structure of the text? This is the structure. Structure. Generally, comedy. In above our discussion, the comedies are in drama form. This is the first time we are reading the comedy in the form of, in the genre of novel. The novels and dramas are different. How's different? The novels basically cover a simple story, no dialogue conversations, no fixed characters. Sorry, there are fixed characters but not representing in dialogue form or on a stage form. Okay, it's a not represented as a kind of stage form. The text is divided into chapters, not in acts, not scenes. Okay, in the book is consists 32 chapters in 3 parts. In the plot summary, in any story, we have 3 things: beginning, middle, and end. The first 3 chapters introduce about the text, what kinds of character, what kinds of society, what kinds of relationship, what kinds of families, and this is the middle, what happens with them, what kinds of circumstances goes against the characters created by the characters. This is the beginning and this is the middle. Beginning is the cause for the middle and end is followed by the middle. Okay, this is the ending. What happens to this family, what kinds of situations uh, created in the environment and how the characters suffer, what happened to them, what were they in the beginning and what are in the end. Okay, you can read here in the middle points that creates the plot structure, that generates the interest to read the story, that move towards the climax of the story, whether it is happy ending, whether it is comic, whether it is tragic. The situation starts from here. The main point is discussed here. The middle's main points in chapter 17 is represented when Olivia is reported to be fled can be regarded as the climax as well as essential turning point of the novel. This one. Onwards, it charges from comical account of the 18th century country life into pathetic melodrama with didactic trends. It's all about the 18th century's lifestyle. There are quite a few interpolations of different literary genres. You can read here. Okay. The main point of the